No, I like my hat. I don't know that.
Damn.
Yeah, that head look funny without no hat.
You
They all
should
in
be
the
good to
car.
go. I can't even see.
Let me see.
I don't want to touch that. That'd be messing with. I can't even tell.
Pause.
Not on yet.
Yeah, not on yet. Let me see. Just want to
Yeah, I
make
don't see
sure.
anything yet.
Shoot, I got
Let's give it a second. What up, y'all? If y'all tuning in, who got background noise like TV or something?
Might be me. You
Ain't
can
no
hear
mic, nigga. That is you.
Like, this nigga got the TV on full blast downstairs.
a nigga watching cartoons at that.
I'm trying to see. I don't see it
Turn
yet.
that shit down.
While we're live.
We live now.
Oh,
we
my
live
bad.
now.
Welcome to the
we
Negro
live?
Broadcast. Welcome to the Negro Broadcasting Services, NBS.
Hey, we here. Hey, man, share this.
We live?
We live? Yeah, we live.
Yeah, we live.
Turn that shit down downstairs.
There we go. I need to share it. Hey, man, share this. All right, we on, man. Y'all, welcome y'all to the
It's
ItsMENtal
super
Podcast.
delayed on my end.
It's all right.
It's gonna be delayed, yeah.
It's always
Okay.
delayed. But yeah, I want everybody to join in. So make sure y'all tag people, post it.
What? Do you be speaking in tongues?
Who?
Cool.
Dennis.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
what it sound- we be.
What
That's
happened?
what it sound-
I ain't said nothing.
I know you didn't. That was your other person.
Man, we're gonna get these numbers up, see how many people we got. My camera's
So let's
covered.
go.
Okay,
Follow.
we got 3 people. That's
What's
here.
up, chat? Follow chat. Get these people on.
Man, what's going on, man? Hey, y'all tag people in the chat. I can't see that the chat is tripping right now. I don't know what's going on with the chat.
There's 2 people on right now. Me and Dennis, basically.
I don't know why the chat ain't showing up. I can't see it.
Nah, it's going up now.
I can see the chat, but I can't see it on the screen. It's all good, man. Hey, welcome y'all to the.
nobody's there.
I'm frozen.
No.
Can y'all
Oh,
see
you're
me?
not.
Okay, as long as y'all can see me. Hey, man, welcome y'all to the ItsMENtal Podcast. I'm frozen on my
Tweaking.
end.
You
I'm not
tweaking.
moving. I don't know why I'm frozen on my end, but hey, welcome y'all to the ItsMENtal Podcast. Thank y'all so much for joining us, man. I got the whole squad here today. You can see I got Chris, I got Denny Mo,
Yeah,
I got Chicago Cliff. That was his name when he used to be Big Meechin.
Yeah. Chicago C.
He was slanging eggs. He was slanging eggs back in the day. Got them eggs. Got them $3 for $.
Nah, I was filling up eggs.
Yeah, that's what he was doing.
Mm.
Boy, he got 4 kids.
All of them.
Fallopian.
Fertilization.
Yeah, that's what was going on. Man, all right. So I shared it on man, we're trying to get our numbers up, man. We need y'all to all right, y'all coming in. Say what's up to us. I can't see the chat for some reason. I'm gonna comment in the chat. People are
Let's go,
commenting.
chat.
Yeah, I don't know why the chat ain't working for me. Let's see.
Chat's working for us. You put hello. Somebody
Okay.
named Nira put what up.
Yeah, as long as y'all can see. I can't see the chat, so somebody gonna have to monitor the chat and stuff. I can't see it too much, but man, what's up, y'all? Let me check and make sure we good over here.
What's up, Darnisha?
Yeah, y'all say what's up to them because I can't see them. We gonna live on Instagram too.
You can fire the director of technology. So
yeah,
there.
that's me. That's me.
Every week.
Busy, man. I'm gonna need you to bend that brim a little bit, bro.
Oh man, this one just sits. This one just sits. I don't usually wear this much, but it's Black
Okay.
History.
I like that. I like the hat though.
Yeah.
Is it NFL or what?
No, it's black. I don't know. I think it's Negro League. It's Negro League.
Okay. All right. I like that.
I almost wore that Cubs tonight for you.
Oh no, you shouldn't have.
Wait.
White Sox.
White Sox? Your White Sox?
Yeah, but what? Yeah, bro. You see that right there?
My bad.
Yeah.
I got you next week. I got you next week.
No, I would not be on.
I got you. Oh no. Well, when you back on, let me know. I got you. Represent one time for you. Where you going, Dennis? Go.
I don't know where he went, but I'm sharing this, man. Thank y'all so much for joining us, man, at the It's Mental Podcast. We just want y'all to like and share right now. I'm just trying to get all our numbers. Sure, people are on here. They're watching us. They liking it. They
What's up, Joy?
What's up, y'all, man? Share this with a male, a female.
What's up, Joy Monique?
I can't see nobody, so they just saying what's up to y'all because I can't see y'all. So we're gonna make it happen tonight, and we're gonna do our thing. So once again, the It's Mental Podcast, man. I'm DJ BENZI. I am the host tonight with the squad. We got Chris, we got Denny Mo, we got DJ 11-6, Chicago C Cliff.
Hey, bro.
OG Bobby Johnson.
So we talked, those of y'all who have been following the show for a while, we've talked about a lot of different things on this show, but lately we've been talking about real issues that men have. So we are real issues with real men being vulnerable, being open, and telling the world what we deal with as men. And a lot of times, things get overlooked, things get overshadowed because we are men and we gotta take care of business each and every day that we wake up. But we do go through real things. We do struggle with real things, and try to help others out there, and sometimes help ourselves at the same time. So, while y'all coming in, let me see if I can see the numbers. Let me see. Can y'all see? We have 7. We have 7. We're gonna keep it rolling. All right. So I'm gonna just tonight. I'm gonna intro information. All right. Intro us with some information. So I was researching this, right? So tonight we're gonna talk about porn. Okay, we're gonna talk about porn, but not so much in a joking way, right? Because we've mentioned porn a lot, mostly Cliff, but mentioned porn a lot. And
I thought you said corn. Like, corn.
Hey, Chris, are you frozen or you just ain't moving?
Nah, man, this nigga talking about corn, bro.
You're not frozen.
Oh, okay, I don't know.
Man.
I don't know. Maybe that's my computer.
That boy like feet pics. Got some cords.
All right. So
y'all talking about corn tonight?
Yeah, remember on TikTok they had to be corn stars. You couldn't say porn.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. You had to say corn.
I didn't know that.
Now it's called spicy workers.
Spicy workers. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Young spicy.
All right. So I did some research, right? I'm on blackdoctor.org, and it says porn has been blamed for a number of bad things happening in society. But what is it? But is it getting a bad rap? What does pornography do or not do to the human brain is something we care about, right? So it's 3 things that it does. 1, sexually explicit material triggers minor neurons in the male brain. That's what it says. So experts say the unfortunate reality is that when a man acts out, often by masturbation, this leads to hormonal and neurological consequences, which are designed to bind him to the object he is focusing on. It binds them to the object that they're focusing on. Number 2, some people start to like porn better than the real thing, right? And that's a misinterpretation in the brain. And number 3, this is the one that hit me. So porn may affect your decisions, right? So it says German researchers recruited 64 men between the ages of 21 and 45 who watched an average of 4 hours of pornography per week. The researchers did an MRI scan of the man's brains while showing them a mixture of sexually explicit images and non-sexual imagery. The findings indicated that gray matter volume on the right caudate, I don't even know, these are medical terms, caudate of the stratum, basically the right side of the brain, is smaller with higher pornography use. So what does that mean? So with my research, it's basically saying the right side of your brain is smaller as you watch more of these type of videos. So it creates an addiction where you no longer relate sex to love, affection, or romance. It's more like sex is just there to satisfy an itch, satisfy an urge, just like a crackhead would. It becomes like I need to scratch this itch, and that's what this sexual video or imagery does for me. So also some other little facts real quick, and we're gonna get into our show. Pornography is a multi-billion-dollar industry. It has been suggested that because so many people are using porn today, the porn industry is making more money than all professional sports combined. That's
Damn.
crazy.
Well, we in the wrong profession.
All professional sports combined. This is back in 2006, though. The pornography industry is a $97 billion business.
What are we
97
doing, bro?
billion.
A year?
What are we
$97 billion
doing?
industry. Yes.
A year?
Yes.
Yes, ready to apply.
Indeed, they got it on there.
All right, here we go. Last 3 facts. Pornography use increases the marital infidelity rate by 300%. 40% of people identified as sex addicts lose their spouses. 58% suffer from considerable financial losses, and 33% lose their jobs. 68% of divorce cases involve one party meeting a new partner over the internet, while 56% involve one party having an obsessive interest in pornography websites. So those are some of the things that pornography causes. Y'all are frozen for me. Can y'all hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can hear you. You're good.
Oh yeah, Cliff the only one that's I can't see Dennis and Chris. Y'all not
No,
moving.
we moving.
Yeah, y'all.
Yeah, I see everybody.
The people can see y'all. It's just me. So if I don't see y'all motions, that's why. But yeah. So tonight we're gonna talk about pornography, and I want to start off with my brother Cliff. Man, Cliff, you told me, you wanted to open up about this. You've struggled with this in the past. Talk to me a little bit when you first realized that you had a porn addiction.
Wait,
Yeah, man.
Wait. Before you do that, Cliff,
Yeah.
is this a serious subject? Like, is this really, really serious? Okay, I don't want to joke around.
No, you can joke, bro. You know me, bro.
Okay, but
you good.
I don't want to just. I mean, I do want to hear your story. So
I think not personal jokes. If it's something that
right
has been affected to the brother, not personal, but if he's laughing because it's porn.
All right. I just wanted to put that out
bro,
there before we start.
I'm far removed. I'm not saying far removed because I'm teaching about it and helping others, but myself personally, I'm far removed where I could still crack jokes and laugh about it. So, man, we serious, but we don't take this serious. But testimonies are serious stuff. Yeah, man. My first experience, man, with pornography was like 8 years old. So I remember this like it was yesterday, man. I was at home. My mom had just married this guy, my stepfather, and I didn't know what was going on at the time because he stayed in a separate room. Now I know she was just trying to help him get citizenship. So that was the marriage thing. But he stayed in our home. He lived with us, but they never was really together. So he had his own room in the house. So they both was gone, and I went in his room one day, and I was looking for one of my VHSs at the time, right? Yeah. So I was like, oh man, like I'm looking for this one specific movie. I think it was like Stuart Little or something. And I was like, man, I'm looking for this one specific movie. So I go in his room and I see the movie. So I take the VHS and I pop it into my VHR or is it VHR?
VHS.
Yeah, my VHS in my room, and bro, my life changed that day.
Did he record over Stuart Little?
He recorded over Stuart Little, bro.
This dude thought he was watching Stuart Little.
Bro.
It was Stuart's
bro. Bro.
Stuart's grown up.
My life changed forever, bro. I remember watching, like it came on, bro. This music came on, then I saw a girl in a cheerleader outfit, and then she just started dancing by herself. started taking off her clothes, and I'm like glued to the TV, like, what is this? At 8 years old, bro.
Yeah.
And I was
Hard.
having these emotions and feelings that I didn't know what to do with.
Right.
And next thing you know, it's on and popping like 5 minutes later. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh, is this how babies made? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh, what the heck? So, bro, after that, bro, I probably watched about 5 hours of porn that day.
Dang.
Because it was all turned on that DVD, and I kept watching this
8.
DVD.
Man, 5 hours of stiffy.
Bro, daily,
So
bro.
take me from 8 years old to adulthood, or even let's just call it young adulthood.
Young adulthood.
When it started to become more of an issue.
It started becoming more of an issue, honestly, at around 10, almost 12 years old.
Okay.
Because I didn't know what to do with this emotion. So, like, I started getting into magazines. I kept on his dirty magazines. And then, like, other videos. He had other tapes. And so I just saw guys, like ejaculating on the women. I don't know how to, like, I'm not going to be politically correct sometimes.
Yeah,
But you know what I'm saying? Like, coming on these girls and they doing this motion. So I'm like, oh, is that what you're supposed to do? So that's when I learned. That's when I learned how to masturbate. That's when I learned there was masturbation. So all through high school, I'm dealing with this. I'm skipping a little forward because it's training my brain. It's training the emotions. It's training the thought processes that I'm going through. How I look at women and how I view girls and things like that. So it started really becoming an issue because when I started learning how to DJ, I learned how to DJ like 19, 20 years old. I started going into the clubs. Then I started going to the strip clubs, DJing the strip clubs, and that's when it just blew out of proportion.
Okay.
I was having sex literally like an unmeasurable amount of times because I'm taking girls to the back, getting some head, doing this, what I'm saying? Like in the strip clubs, I'm taking them home. I'm like, I have a major addiction by the time I'm 21, 22 years old.
Okay.
I'm in Chicago, like, in Chicago, they have strip clubs and then we have homes that host stripper parties.
Oh yeah.
So I don't know how they do if they do that in LA or even in Phoenix. I've never been to one in Phoenix or LA, but they're like these mansion parties that like weekends, that's what they do. They just throw stripper parties. And like I was a main DJ for one of those, bro, and like that went to another level. Then like it started becoming, 1 to 2 girls and then blah 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 and all this things started happening. And then like I'm not realizing I'm having addiction. I'm thinking I'm just partying, having fun, smoking weed, drinking, and having sex with girls.
Right.
Then women and I start incorporating the porn inside of having sex. Like it'll be porn playing on TVs while strippers dancing and I'm playing music.
Right.
And then the issue really started happening when I started to realize it was an issue is when I got married. Not even when I got married, when I was in a relationship for a long time and I tried to call it quits. I still had this for the first 2 years I've been with my ex for like 9 years. But the first 2 years, like I was trying to shake this, I can't be with one woman feeling, like I'm trying to talk her into like watching porn with me.
Now, so let me ask you this: when you was with her, the ex, right? This is with your ex, right? How often would you watch porn on your own?
I was watching porn still almost daily on my own, bro.
Okay.
So it was easily accessible starting high school for me because computers started getting really big. I was doing graphic design at the time too, so I would like watch, porn on the computer. It was back then. It was free. 2004, 2003. Porn was just exploding everywhere, man. Like you can go, and it didn't help because you have videos like uncut, like a tip drill. You have videos like you don't know Nan.
Right.
You have video. You know what I'm saying? Like K Michelle and all these girls, and like you're like, damn. Like it was to the point where I was like masturbating to like videos. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Okay.
because my computer would be like the internet would be cut off, and I'd be like, damn, I gotta watch something. And I'm at somebody's house, I creep to the bathroom or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was really,
Wait, to the point
really
where you was
bad.
at other people's houses.
I was at other people's houses, bro, trying to like watch something on their computer, trying to talk them into watching porn. Like, hey man, you see this chick? It's this bad chick named Cherokee the ass. You know what I'm saying? Like, blah
Yeah,
blah blah.
Cherokee.
Yeah.
Well, let's go back to your childhood. So
Yeah.
when you found the porn with dude, did he have
Yeah.
just one or did he have multiple?
Bro, he had a mega collection, bro.
Oh, so he had a collection.
But see, look, back in the day, being inside, you didn't really see kids inside that much like that. We was all outside. So how did you get away with watching that much porn without your mama and your daddy being around?
My mama was my mom was Caribbean, bro. So she didn't let us outside until she got home. Like my mom, I went to school, and then my mom went to work from 2:30 to 11. So majority of the days, like she had the neighborhood watching me, bro. Like every time I stepped outside, she got a phone call, and I got like whooping when I got home because I was outside. So I stayed, like I had to be inside. You know what I'm saying? Like I couldn't go outside to the weekend, or even if I was over my dad's house, which was really extra bad because at 12 years old I lost my virginity, bro. So I walked upstairs. I walked upstairs to my brothers, two of my stepbrothers running a train on the girl. I was going to play Super Nintendo. I see them banging. They like, hey, come on. And I'm like,
that nigga was like, yes, yes, I finally.
Hey, I didn't know.
I
didn't know these emotions, bro. I didn't know these emotions I was going through. I was like, should I? They was like, hey man, if you'll get your ass, like they kind of pretty much like coerced me into hitting. And the girl was okay with it, bro. Like I'm 12, she's 17, 16, whatever. They smashing. So I'm like, I'm getting in. Like,
hey, similar. I lost my virginity at 12 to somebody that was 16. Same story.
Yeah.
Talk to me.
Get somebody in trouble.
Young meats.
Hey Benzi, somebody wrote something in the chat. I can read it to you.
I see it.
You can see the chat now?
Yeah, I see it on my phone. Okay. It says from Tony. He said, I'm a truck driver on the road 4 to 5 days a week. I look at porn, it's not a problem, but I think he said
it keeps me safe
and loyal to my wife. So it keeps me
I'm gonna touch on that.
But to keep my pipe from busting until I get home. So I think there's many men that feel that way. I think
baby Mr.
I've heard that.
So
baby Mr. Marcus.
Man.
Yeah, bro.
Baby Mr. Marcus.
so
my cousin, man, he's stupid.
So tell me more. I'm trying to get into I want to get into the I want to say the meat of the story.
Yeah, I'm trying. I'm
turn to you.
I'm trying. Yeah. I'm trying to travel with you guys without telling the big. I'm skipping a lot of things, but I'm trying to travel with you guys for sake of time.
Mm-hmm.
So, to answer Chris' question, yeah, he had a plethora of like that I didn't know of until like a year later. So I was watching the same video until like I really went deep in his closet, and I was like, oh shoot, this is like 40 tapes worth of like just awesomeness, right?
And this dude, and he was from the Caribbean too, correct?
Yeah, he was from the Caribbean. So like his obsession was American girls. You know, he's from Haiti. Mm-hmm. He never had, so somebody put him on like, oh, this is a thing, you know, and he went anyway. So I get to the point where I'm in a relationship with my girl, my ex at the time, and like I am cheating for the first 2 years because like I'm used to this lifestyle in porn, and I can't like my brain can't comprehend having one girl because of the past. And so like when she would be gone to go to work, I'll be at home like watching some porn, or like when she if I'm at home and we're not together, again I'm at some porn, or like when she sleep at this time, you know, phones were like getting on the thing, you know, they were up and coming 2005 2006. I'm like, when she sleep, I'm like, oh man, you know, watching porn on the phone, trying to like keep it discreet. And I really started looking hindsight. It's like, man, like that was a serious issue because I didn't know how to control myself, basically. So I let the masturbation get out of hand, and I let the pornography get out of hand, because at this time it's embedded in me. It's who I am at this point. It's like it's become an identity, because like I can't. It's like a crackhead to crack. Like you're trying to hold it in, but you can't. Like this is a need, and if you don't fulfill this need, you start getting these emotional, breakdown. These like how you see the tweakers be tweaking and itching and scratching themselves and all that. It wasn't like I was doing that, but it was like, man, I just like I can't function. Oh man, I gotta like go do something, or I gotta smash a chick real quick just to get this off. Like in high school and college, I was like smashing anything, like almost anything. Like it was a weight limit. It was a weight limit, but at the same time, like I didn't care if like what you look like, what I'm saying, as long as I was getting some head and getting this nut off or whatever.
Right.
So what? So how did you get married though? I'm trying to, because I know that you need more. No, I'm not even. This is not even funny.
No, I get you, bro.
But seriously, like, how would you get married? Like, how can you tell yourself I can be with one woman if this is how you're really feeling? Because I'm thinking to myself, like, if I'm watching porn in the bed, I'm gonna turn over and like, baby, you got to wake up.
See, look, this was the issue. This is how it became a problem, like a real problem. It's because of rejection. So I would look, every time I would get rejected in the bedroom, I would go to porn. So every time I would get rejected, even period, like I lost a job, I got kicked out of school, my mom said something to me, that was the only thing that made me feel good or made me feel better. Every time, like I was hypersexual because of my past. My wife wasn't at the time because she was raped by her stepfather. And so it was hard for her to like really get into it with a guy. So we would get it in every now and then, but she still had like, she got this stuff she's never been healed from. She's never really ready to go get therapy about, you know what I'm saying? Like it messed up her insides literally because of what she experienced when she was 10 and 12 years old. So like when we would have sex, it would like hurt her because of what the damage was of the rape that she had. And so I would take that personally because I would be like, man, like I didn't want to watch porn if I got it right here in the bed, but it would be like, no. And I'll be like, fuck, man. And I'll just leave the house, or I'll like go take a drive and I'll just come back and I'll just be like, man, watching porn. That was the only thing that made the rejection feel better. Like rejection always, 90% of the time will make you do something that you're not supposed to do. And at that time, what I was supposed to do was porn. I wasn't addicted to drinking. I wasn't addicted to smoking. None of that. I didn't have any kind of addiction but this pornography addiction.
Yeah. And so the pornography allowed you to fulfill that feeling you needed when you got rejected. It allowed you to that self-satisfaction feeling, right? You wanted her to satisfy you in an intimate way, but you couldn't get that from her. So then, well, literally, you took matters into your own hands.
Yeah.
Literally.
He said he had a hand in it. Hey, Cliff, question for you. Do you feel like the watching of the porn is wrong, or all of it put together, what comes after that? And then, like, is it too much? Is there such thing as it's too much porn, or you just watch it, move on about your day?
I mean, knowing what I know now, there is a such thing as too much porn. But what was the first part of your question?
Is it wrong if it's you just watching porn?
Oh yeah.
But you're not
so
really
porn
handling yourself.
To me, now porn is wrong, because what porn does, man, it alters your brain waves, literally, physically. It's been scientifically proven. Like Benji just read off. So I dealt with this porn for 21 years, man. I just did like really put down porn probably like 2013, 2014-ish is when I was like, all right, I'm truly done. Because I tried to put it down in 2010, but I cold turkeyed it and I started relapsing a little bit. It's like a drug, man. It started relapsing a little bit. I was going back here and there, but I started like weaning myself off until like 2014. I was like, all right, I am done with this because I was physically ill from watching porn and doing so much like sexual immorality.
Talk to me about that. Wait, don't skip over that. You said you can't skip over. So talk to me how it affected your physical body. Talk to us about that.
So it literally, I was an athlete, bro. Like I kept my body in shape. I ran track. I played basketball until the point I start. You get a little older. You have some things that's happening. But like I've never been sick until 2011 or 2010. I've never been like physically. I'm dealing with some things now because of the porn. Like bro, my body was tip top shape when I'm in like immune wise, not like abs and muscles and blah blah blah. Yeah. But like immune wise, like I've never had any kind of sickness. And I'm like, man, what is this doing to me? Like your body, like what's going on? And I did a brainwave test with a therapist of mine. And like it's called brain mapping. Okay. So brain mapping is like it can like diagnose you with like ADHD. It can diagnose you with like if you have Down syndrome and things like that. So I did a brain mapping like 2012. And he was like, yo, this little spot right here, this is where your creativity is at. And it's like your creativity is like it's like moving out. It's not like moving like it's supposed to be. Like it's supposed to be this color and it's this color. And then he hit me. It was like, how much sex are you having? Like he didn't even say porn. He was just like, how much sex are you having? And I was like, man, like I don't have sex, but I watch a lot of videos and I masturbate a lot. And he was like, this could be it. Like it's killing your creativity. And it made sense to me, bro. Like, look how this is crazy. Like now we're on the spiritual side because I'm feeling physically ill. I get my first flu ever in my life in 2012 because I'm weaning off of this stuff. And so the doctor was telling me like, hey, it's taking your immune system, like it's shutting it down. So I'm starting to go back to church at this time and they're talking about this thing called the 7 Mountain Strategy. The 7 Mountain Strategy is like, I don't know if you guys heard of it, but it's like, hey, it's like the government, it's creativity, it's media, it's education, it's finance, and it's family, and it's like I forgot the last one. But
those are the 7 mountains.
The 7 mountains. So the mountain, every mountain has a high to like elevating, and every mountain has a like this the type of sin or this is the type of thing that's going to take this mountain out. And for the creativity mountain, it's sexual immorality, bro, that takes out this mountain. And I consider when I was a super creative, like you know me, I did graphic design, I did video, I'm a DJ, I'm music, like I made music, I made house music, I made like, you know what I'm saying? Like all of these things, they started diminishing after a while. That's why like sometimes when we talk, you're like, man, like I don't feel like doing video, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like because of this past, you know what I'm saying? Like I stopped doing graphics for a while because of my creativity just started like going away because of what I'm doing, with the sexual sin, bro, to my body physically.
Wait, this is all from corn, bro?
It's all from corn, bro. Like you can't digest it. You can't digest corn, bro.
I don't know if y'all can see my face, but I'm actually like, I'm kind of like wowed out about this shit. I ain't never heard of this shit before.
Bro, check this out, bro. Check this out. If you masturbate once a day, bro, you would be severely dehydrated. That's just once a day. You're losing. You're losing when you masturbate, bro. Even like if you're having so much sex, not even in your marriage, like it's just a physical thing. Like you haven't masturbation, bro, causes dehydration. You're losing fluids. I forgot not the fluids, but the chemicals that's supposed to keep your immune system intact. So masturbation removes that, bro. It breaks down. It physically breaks down your immune system. So the more you masturbate, I don't know if you notice, you know what I'm saying. The more you can get, you're susceptible to get sick. Like this is not like I'm just spewing out there. It's all on the net. Like I've been through it. I have consults with the doctors. Like masturbation will sin. I mean, that's I didn't even talk about sin, but just porn will alter your brain. Of like masturbation will alter your brain waves. So now moving into my marriage, bro. Like for the first 2 years, I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. I couldn't even keep it up because of so much sexual like pornography that I was watching, bro. Like you have to retrain your whole brain over again because of what you've done, bro. Like you physically, like I'm telling on myself, like you physically beat your meat so much that you can't keep it up. I don't know about you guys. Like that's how much it was embedded into my life. 21 years of doing porn, like watching porn and masturbating, and like even just wilding out sex with girls, just to feel this itch and need that I so-called desired.
Now, how did that affect your? Well, I guess it affected because you couldn't get it up. But was there an expectation for your wife or even your ex? Because while you were struggling, was there a sexual expectation for them that they could not meet because of your porn addiction?
Yeah. So my first wife, because we was only married for like a year, so I still have to claim that. My ex, I hate to say it like that, but my ex, bro, like I had so much, and it was my fault, and I admitted to this to her, like after we divorced and broke up, like it was my fault because I had put so much sexual explicit things like I just want to do. I'm like, man, like why I can't put it in your butt? Or like, man, like why I can't? I can laugh. Like, man, like why you can't do it like this? I would physically put on porn. Like, man, I want my dick sucked like that. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I would do that, and like I was out of control. Like, my sexual expectations was over the top because of what these women were doing in these movies.
Yeah.
So like it was yeah, I don't want to get too deep, but it was things. It was things.
My bad.
Hey, clip that, yo. Clip that, yo. No, you good. It was so much pressure that I put on her, man, that I really, to this day, honestly, feel bad for because of like I was comparing her to Pinky. You know what I'm saying? I was comparing her to Cherokee. I was comparing her to Sky Black. I was comparing, like, you know what I'm saying? Like the comparison, like, man, why can't you do it like this?
Yeah.
Like, you know, arch your backs like this. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, let me, you know, come on your face like them. You know what I'm saying? Like it was a difference between, I know the difference between now. I know the difference between women in the sheets and the freak in the bed, right? You get that. Like that should automatic, that should come with your marriage.
Right.
But then you have this like pressure of like not just a freak, man. Like I want to like
perversion.
I want to embarrass you.
Yeah.
Like basically, like I want you to just do what I say. I want to be demanding. I want to be, you know what I'm saying, the dominant, like belittle you in the bedroom. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that wasn't cool at all, bro.
Did you ever film yourself with the girls?
I did, bro. I had.
Oh yeah, I did that too.
I think
you ain't selling. That was a question.
No, but I did get caught. I did get caught by my mom, bro.
Oh, on camera?
Yeah. Oh no, he popped in the tape.
Oh,
damn, yeah. Like this.
It came
like no.
It came full.
Who's
bro? Like it came. I watched it that was dubbed over, and I dubbed over a tape, and then she popped it in and watched, bro. Like it came back full. So
she said,
I feel
not Harry Belafonte.
Did you ever think about getting in the industry?
Did I? I did, bro.
That was a question from my
I did. Mm-hmm. I did, to be honest. Like I honestly thought a lot about calling. Back then it was called West Coast Productions.
I heard of West Coast Productions.
I literally thought, like, man, I should go, but I was to California. Like, I'm a Chicago boy. I didn't want to go nowhere. I'm from the hood. This is all I knew. That's the only thing that kept me from not going into the industry was me moving to California. I would like have to give up everything, you know what I'm saying, just to pursue this lifestyle. So I think also it was a God thing for me, because if I'd have went that right, who knows what I'd even be on here talking to you guys about, like,
you'd be rich.
What's going on, you know what I'm saying? Not rich, I don't know, you know.
So the interesting part that you talk about California, especially the San Fernando Valley where I live or where I brought up at.
That's the hub, ain't it?
It's the porn capital of the United States.
Capital.
Really?
And, I remember in junior high and in high school twice we were ditching. And one time, I remember this one real good. It was high school. We were ditching in Chatsworth, and we had to hop the back gate to leave. Right? Everyone had to hop. We hopped the back gate, and they're filming a porno in the backyard of the house behind of where we are. I mean, camera set up, the girl naked, and here you go, a whole bunch of teenagers just running through, hopping the wall and stuff like that. And they chasing us and cover up. I mean, it's crazy to realize that that perverse like spirit, that perverse industry really had a hold on the city at that time. And it was real. I think it was real easy for people to actually get into that industry back then. I'm talking like early 2000s. It was real easy.
It was easy for filmmakers who was trying to get into Hollywood to just make money, film with, and they had a camera to just get pulled in to be filmmakers, directors, producers, filmographers, editors who might edit this show. You looking up and they the same editor on, you know, Debbie Downers, and you know, but like every apartment I lived in the San Fernando Valley, there was porn stars. Even the churches, they go to church too. They will go to church on Sunday, get there late.
Bro,
they pay their tithes more than some of you folk.
I'm really good friends with. I'm not gonna say her name, but I'm really good friends with an ex-porn star who's of a large church, but she was like. But she can't get away from it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's still out there. But, you know.
Live. Too bad this live. We should clip that.
But do you know that?
You know what I'm saying? Like,
female porn stars become producers and make lots and lots and lots and lots of money. Female porn stars become producers. There's a lot of female producers who out there producing, and they're making tons of money.
Man, it's OnlyFans now, bro.
And it's OnlyFans
nowadays.
Well, browsers is free.
Yeah, man. I
don't know how you know that, but hey, we talk about it on the next episode.
Yeah. All right, so Cliff, I'm gonna get back to you a little bit. So talk to me about the process of getting freed from this addiction, right? Because when something comes to an addiction, whatever it is, Dennis talked about alcohol, and you talked about so the root of Dennis's alcoholism was depression and rejection, right? That was his outlet for that. For you, it was, well, when you first saw it, it wasn't that, but it became an outlet from rejection, right? Being rejected from women. So it's like, let me find a way to satisfy myself. So once you realize that this thing was an issue, talk about the process you had to go through to get free.
It wasn't just rejection from women. Or like, I had this wrong, or, you know, I disappointed somebody. Like, that was a go-to to like make me feel better. Because sex and porn releases these endorphins. You know what I'm saying? It's a chemical that really like your body. So the first thing I did, I had to learn to replace those, like those endorphins. So I went to porn to feel good, to release these whatever release it was. So I learned from another guy who was addicted to porn, and he was like, man, I just ran. He was like, I just went out every morning, or every time I got the urge and the feel, I'll just go out and run. I was like, well, my track day is over with, so I'm not running. So I was like, what I'm gonna do is I go to the gym. So whenever I got the urge, I like got up and I was like, I'm gonna try to go to the gym. So I go, I'll sit in the parking lot. I didn't always make it in, but I'll sit in the parking lot and then I'll go back home. But then I started going to the gym, like really getting in there, and I started really feeling the same feelings that I was when I was having sex, or the same feeling that I was when I was watching porn. It's the same exact endorphins that you feel when it's scientifically proven. I didn't know this until I did research later. Right. But I'm like, man, I feel like I just busted a nut. Like I feel, I feel good right now. Yeah. When you get so I'm like,
you do feel good afterwards.
Yeah, you feel really good. And it triggered me. I'm like, oh, I'm about to just hit the gym. So I went in the gym, bro. I went hard in the gym for like a good 2 years, bro. And like, I started. That's what.
All right. Let's back up. Let's back up a little bit, bro. So you said that you replaced. Look, like I said, this is all new to me, man. Like I ain't no shit like this in my life. So whenever you was trying to go to the gym, did you ever watch porn and rub one out in public?
No, I never did. That's what they. Well, not when I'm transitioning. I've done in the past when I didn't give a fuck, or when I cared. Damn, we're just cussing all on this live. When I didn't care, but like when I started transitioning, no, I didn't. It was more so like I'm trying to really change my life because I have a girl at this time who I'm trying to focus on, who's now my wife. But I have a girl at this time who I'm trying to focus on, and I didn't really want to take this into this marriage because I see what it did to my last marriage. So I'm like, and in the women in between, because it was a good 2 years before I met my wife,
right?
And then where I got the divorce. So every divorce you have the whole phase. So in that whole phase, you know what I'm saying? Like I was ruining the women that I was, talking to, because I'm putting this pressure. Like, man, like you ever seen this? Blah blah blah. Pop one in. Like let's get it on like them. You know what I'm saying? And like. I didn't want to take this into this relationship that I was in. So getting back to Benji's question, like it takes the replacing of the endorphins, and it takes being open to people like, you and your friends. My dad always used to say you got to have a casket 6. Like every time, like you got 6 homies that like if you would have died right now, they're going to carry your casket. Like these are your boys. So like I had to get me a casket 6, and Benji was one of those people at the time. Well, I had to be free and open, and like these are guys like I can call at 2 a.m. when like I'm having that urge, or these are guys where I can call and be like, "Yo, stop me, talk to me, because I'm about to go over this chick house." You know what I'm saying? Blah blah blah. So these are guys like, so it's accountability. Get you a team of guys. For me, it got me a team of guys that I can be accountable to. I started going to the gym, and then I started getting therapy, man. Therapy, and then being honest up front with my girl at the time, saying this is what's going on, and for her choosing to still be with me and love me made me push even harder.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of girls, when you tell them, hey, I'm addicted to porn, or I'm addicted to sex, they run. They're like, oh, I don't want to deal with this. She's like, okay, deal with your issue, and I'm gonna be right here waiting. And I was like, yo,
how many of those women stuck around? Did you tell all your relationships what was going on, or did, like not even all, but your main ones, your marriages? Did you? So you discussed all that with everybody.
my ex, we were in it, so she knew what was going on. So it was like she was a part of it at the time. To the point where we both,
you was telling her stuff.
Yeah. So the point where we both started cheating, which was like ended the relationship. You know what I'm saying? So I cheated, she cheated, whatever. So
now, wait. So you turned her on to porn too? She was watching porn?
Yeah.
So now not only was you cheating because of your porn addiction, she started cheating.
She was cheating. Yeah.
You opened her up.
I opened her up. Yeah.
Privy to.
That's what happens when you're in this addiction, bro. Like the people around you, it's just like let's take for instance like American Gangster. He get onto a product, and then he start putting these other people onto, like his family, onto the product. So the people closest to you become a part of who you are and a part of your reality. You know what I'm saying? Like if y'all my boys, at this time, I'll be like, yo, this girl named Pinky just dropped this new video, bro. Come check this out. Or I'll send it to you or give you a tape or a DVD, like, man, check this shit out. And then, you know what I'm saying? Like,
but why couldn't y'all just come together if y'all was both on that same type shit?
But what happens, but that's the thing, because it's not purity. It's not purity. So when you open yourself up to perversion, you allow perversion to have its way, and you can't control what perversion then does to you. You say, "Oh, we just gonna watch porn and have sex with each other." It may start out that way.
It starts out that way.
Going to transition it somewhere else, and you don't know what that somewhere else might be. It's almost like how they used to say marijuana is the starter drug, right? You get that starter drug. Oh, I'm just gonna smoke weed. I'm just gonna smoke weed. But now, some people, they smoke weed, and they do cocaine, and they do crack, and they do shrooms, and they do crystal meth. It just, you don't know where it's gonna go.
See, at this point, I'm not having sex with my wife anymore. I'm having sex with the porn in my head. You're not even the person that I'm sleeping with.
Right. So that's what was happening to me in the bedroom with my ex, bro. Like, I'm not having sex with I'm not having sex with her anymore. I'm having sex with Pinky. I'm having sex with the stripper I saw in the club. I'm even envisioning it. My eyes is closed, bro. I'm even envisioning it to the point where, like, to be completely honest, like, I had some homies with some bad women. Like, I'm envisioning having sex with them at this point. You know what I'm saying? Like, my homies girls and like things like that. Like, man, like, I bet she could kill it in the bed, or I bet like this perversion, bro. Porn is the most perverted. We call them strongholds in the Christian world. So it is the most stronghold to break out of every sin or every spiritual warfare in the entire Christian world, bro. Like, that's the hardest.
Porn is sin?
Yes.
I'll be sinning, bro.
He said, "I'll be sinning, bro."
So it's sin because you're looking at you're objectifying women, right? So actually, you're having sexual thoughts of women, lusting after these women that, you know, God ask us not to do. So it's some variables that make this whole thing. So it's like 4 sins in one, basically, when you're watching porn. So, like I said, it trains your mind to do something else. So I had to get accountability. I had to get some therapy. And like I had a lady that was like, "Hey, I got your back. I'm gonna walk with you through this."
Wait, and when I'm getting help, a woman walked you through this?
No, like, I'm gonna walk with you through this. That's what my wife at the time, my wife now. You know what I'm saying? Like, no.
Your therapist was a woman? That wasn't good.
No, my first therapist was a woman, and I couldn't handle that.
Yeah.
So I had to go to a guy. You know, she was way too cute. Like, I wasn't trying to look at her sexually. So I had to be like, you know what? I told her honestly, like, hey, you're very pretty, and like, it's triggering me. Like, you got to be honest, man. Like, to kick these habits, you have to be honest with yourself. You have to be honest with the people around you. Like, and let's call it what it is. And I just told her, like, hey, you're very pretty. I don't want to, like, have these thoughts in my head. Do you have any guys where I could just talk to? And so I know I'm not, you know, going that way. She was like, oh, perfect. Like, I completely understand. So I link up with a guy at my church that was a therapist that actually specialized in sexual sin. And like, he helped me, man, for like a year and a half. I had to kick this, man. And now
I got a real good question. So I'm not saying that, you know, you married, but do you actually look at women for women now? Because if you know, if we see a good looking woman, and if me being me, I'm already looking at everything and thinking everything's bad. But do you actually look at women for women instead of like sex now?
To be honest, sometimes it's triggering. Sometimes I look at the women, bro, and I can just undress her with my whole mind. But I don't let it stay. You know what I'm saying? I don't let it linger. You learn in therapy to, like, You learn the therapy to call, to bounce the eyes. The bounce the eyes don't work for me. I had to completely like walk the other way.
What is bounce those eyes? What does that mean?
So basically, like when you so basically when you're looking at a chick and she knows she's fine, you just gotta like move your eyes in another direction, basically. You know what I'm saying? Like you bounce your eyes in a different direction. But I can't, like, if I'm walking and she's in front, I can't bounce my eyes, bro. I gotta turn the opposite way.
Right with it, nigga.
Yeah, I'm right with it. So I gotta, like, like, all right, cool. If I see, like, I have a waitress that's like super pretty, like I don't try to like keep long conversations or eye count because I'll flirt. You know what I'm saying? Like that stuff will start to like try to come out and recreep on itself.
Mm-hmm.
And like that's what I mean by the hardest thing to break, because it always comes back.
And it's always going to come back. It's always going to be a trigger. It's always going to be a trigger. You can't just not see women. You know what I mean?
So what the enemy tried to do, bro, and here's the spiritual side of it. What the enemy tried to do is like, like, oh man, I'm good now. I don't watch porn, blah blah blah. But the next day you'll see like the baddest chick you'll ever see in your life, and they'll start flirting with you, and they'll start like having these conversations with you. And it'll be like somewhere in the DMV where you can't move. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta, they right in front of you and they want to have a conversation with you.
Yeah.
You're like, oh man, ain't this so like? And then your natural self just wants to like flirt. You know what I'm saying? And do whatever's wrong. But like that's where you have to reprogram your brain. Like they call it unfreezing your thoughts and then freezing new thoughts in your brain. So you unfreeze what you learned, what you used to learn, what you learned, unfreeze it, let it go, and then like put all the new stuff in and then freeze that basically in your brain. And that's basically a thought process that you have to.
You want to know something that messed me up, bro? That you can watch all this stuff and get with somebody bad and they be whack. They ain't nothing like what you've been watching. And it's like to myself, like, what am I doing? Like, you ain't nothing that I done watched. So that's why I always say, like, I don't need no 10, bro. I need somebody that's
your expectations
like are
your expectations are false.
So,
you set expectations based on what you've watched, and in reality, that's not real life. This is something that they're doing to sell you a fantasy. And when you become hooked on the fantasy, now what's real life is not fulfilling anymore.
You know, and I always tell people that I live in reality and not the fantasy. But now that you're talking about this, man, I've been living in a lot of fantasy, bro.
Bro, here's something real. And me and my wife talked about this a lot. My wife hasn't had many sexual partners. So when we first was married, bro, like the sex was not it. So me coming from all this sexual stuff and then releasing this stuff, like, all right, I'm good now. I went to my therapy. I'm like, I'm a new man. But then getting with a wife that like don't know how to, actually have like sex because she haven't had many sexual partners. She probably had like 2 or 3 before she met me. You know what I'm saying? If that. And me coming from a background of like hundreds, and she knows this, you know what I'm saying, like hundreds, that instantly put me back into like a spiral, bro.
Yeah.
Like it was like, oh man, what did I do? Who did I marry? Like,
yeah, he was like, whoa,
like, whoa. You know how much you want to go to watch porn at that point, bro? Like the first 6-7 months of our marriage, bro, right after our honeymoon, I was back in the strip clubs, bro. Because my wife, like, we didn't have a sexual connection yet because she hasn't learned, you know what I'm saying, like how to really like engage with a man. I don't know the political terms, but it was triggering for me because I'm like, I had all these expectations, like, oh man, I'm gonna get married, sex is gonna be good. I don't gotta worry about all of this stuff. And then like I get here and it's not like it, you know?
Yeah.
So now we have to have conversations And you know what I'm saying? Like we had to do this work, but like that first year or two, bro, it was rough. Like I wanted to like relapse so bad. We good now. Like we having fun. We flipping, hanging on like the ceiling, all that, bro.
Ain't nobody no more.
but then, man, bro, like it's horrible what porn does to your mind, bro. Like we think it's okay, but it's not.
Yeah.
Like I hate to be that guy, like because I used to be that guy, but like the way we look at women now, bro, like the way Instagram is set up now, bro, my algorithms used to be jacked up, bro.
Instagram,
and I'm like,
you talking about Twitter X?
Bro, Twitter
busting it wide open.
I had to stop mine, bro. I got off. I had to stop.
I still watch
because you man, the For You is they gonna show it to you. They're gonna show you sex.
Yeah.
They busting it wide open in your Explore page. I'm like,
Reddit, bro.
Even on Instagram. Let's talk Instagram. Instagram, I have friends, right? Preacher friends who literally they don't look at no half-naked women, nothing. They have to personally go on and purposely look at things non-sexual to get all the booty and the titties and all that stuff off of their timeline because it just it shows up the algorithm. It personally shows it to you. It's going
I just want y'all to know we talking about this stuff. It's gonna pop up on y'all pages and y'all people writing in on this and watching these videos. Porn is gonna pop up extra over the next 2 years.
Oh yeah, I know our algorithm's gonna be jacked up after this, bro. I know it is.
Absolutely.
But like it's so much access to it. Like I feel sorry for like, you know, my kids coming up because it's more accessible than it was when I was a kid. I had to work for it, bro. I had to like plug in the DSL box and it's like wait for that to boot up. Took like 10 minutes for the computer to boot up, and then you gotta go to websites, type in, and then create these logins to like get on these sites. Now it's just like Twitter. Bam.
Twitter.
See nowadays you don't have to fantasize no more.
No.
Yeah. It's
like
there.
even the mystique of a woman's like shape and all that stuff, you can just take it out because it's right there for you. There's nothing to fantasize about no more. So now it's like now you're trying to talk to them to see if y'all actually get along because your mind is already there. Your mind is in the gutter before you even meet them.
Yeah. And it's terrible. It's terrible because you can't even sometimes you can't even give it a fair shot because your mind is already so messed up.
Yeah, I just want to get in and get out at that point. Like, what's the problem with getting to know you when I've already seen all of you?
Yeah.
So
and nowadays, like,
no, go ahead.
I'm about to nowadays, like, women. I'm not all women, but like, let's just say 50% for a good chunk. I'm sorry for all the ladies that's listening, but nowadays you got 50% of these women. They don't even leave nothing to the imagination anymore, bro. Like, I used to love a fully dressed thick girl. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll dress that quick. You know what I'm saying? Like, it gives me process. Now, these girls in there with a thong and a see-through dress. You know what I'm saying? Like, the bottles in there. Like, bro, like, what happened to, like, leaving something to the mind? You know, like,
my mind is already in you. It's a wrap. Yeah. I'm already done. So that's what I'm saying. Like, there's no females out here. Like, regardless, even if you have, if you have that body shape, you have that body shape. But you can cover it up to where you still look nice and presentable. To where it's like, I respect you. But if I see you like that, like I don't have no respect for you. Like my mind is already in the gutter. It's already.
But don't we complain about that too? We tell the women stop dressing all the way up. Give us show some skin. Now we want to tell them, help me out, dress all the way up.
That's you, nigga. That ain't me.
Fix yourself, like Cliff was saying.
Now, if I with my wife on vacation, okay, you know.
Yeah.
If I was single out here looking, I don't want the half naked chick in the club. I don't want her.
I don't.
Because I mean, if that's how she dressed all the time, when she get with me, she gonna be like that all the time.
The women you messing with, not just randoms.
Nah.
Women in general.
I don't even want them. And the ones that I'm messing, them is behind the scenes. Ain't nobody ever gonna see me with them. I don't even want to associate it with them in public. But they put you on blast sometimes. So that's why you gotta leave them ones alone.
You gotta leave them ones
all the way alone.
Tell you, man, like Go ahead, bro. Sorry.
So, Cliff, I wanted to ask you your mental state of mind, right? You talked about some of the physical challenges that you had when you found yourself addicted. Talk to me about your mental state of mind during your addiction and post addiction when you got freed from it.
So during your addiction, scientifically proving, again, I'm gonna back this all up with facts and like research that I've been through. Like I've been through the doctors. Like guys, like I'm telling you, my sexual addiction life was a study case, and I'm not being funny. Like doctors literally, like I did all kind of brain mapping because of how I was sucked in so much of this industry. Um, and I feel bad for the people who are in it, but in the mental state, it brings on anxiety. You have an 80% chance of developing anxiety and panic attacks, which Benji,
you was having them,
bro. Like
them.
you have like a 30 to 35% chance of developing a a focusing issue. I forgot, a cognitive issue. So basically, like you can't really focus on anything. You become sporadic like a squirrel. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not AD. They can't call it ADHD. It's something else. It's like you having. I had that foggy brain. I was stutter. You stutter a lot because you can't get your thoughts or your words correctly, which I still have trouble with now.
From porn?
From porn, bro. It's a
man,
bro.
It's still like, look. I'm not. It ain't nothing like trying to make fun of you or nothing like that.
Yeah.
Like I'm like, have you ever learned about something where you quiet and you listening and you can't believe it? Like this is stuff like I've probably known you I don't know, 15 years, maybe 10, 15?
More than that. More than
that, yeah.
But I would have never known. Like, there's been some times when I may have gotten some hints from like maybe a BENZI or something like that, but it was never like told. Like I can actually match up the actions to like what you're actually saying now.
Yeah.
And it's just like for me to hear all this stuff is just like where I've been.
You got to understand too. It's not just about porn. Porn is his vice. It's the addiction behind it. It's addiction.
Yeah.
It's he's talking no different than alcoholism, drug addicts. You know that it's like Pookie. It just be calling you. You know, some people can get one off every 6 months. Like, dang, I needed the release, and they go about their life, and that's it. Where his was chemically affecting his life.
Yeah,
that's deeper than just what it is, the vice. It's addiction, that the demon, demon. That is no good.
Have
your
you ever
metabolism
been
slows down?
Else? Have you ever been addicted to anything else?
I can guarantee probably not. No alcohol, no drugs.
Like I drink, bro. Like now, even I probably got drunk probably twice in my life, bro. Like blackout. Yeah, like blackout. And I smoked weed from 2000 to 2010, and that was it, bro. Like, like I haven't went smoked weed since. That was those things I could kick. A good addiction is probably. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah. You're good.
I'm frozen on my end, so a good addiction that I had was probably the gym. That was it. That was the only good addiction that I did have. But I've never been addicted to anything else besides women and porn. And something I left out that I feel like I should say. And I'm just gonna be completely honest with you guys because it's out there. From around the age of 9 to like 14, I was fighting with my sexuality, bro. Like watch so much porn because you're looking at women and guys. You know what I'm saying? At this age, my mind is like struggling. Like, you know what I'm saying? So what it did was it kicked me into hyperdrive to being overly sexual with women because I was fighting the thoughts of not wanting to be gay. I was fighting the thoughts of not wanting a man. So I was after 12, bro, I was having sex from 12 to like 18 was like where the majority of my bodies was at, because my mental thought was fighting itself of not wanting to go to that other side.
Wow.
So I was like, if I have sex with as many as women as I can, I'm not gonna be gay. Dang. If I have sex as many as women as I can, I'm not going to that other side. I didn't want to. So me doing this and fighting myself was like the hyperdrive of my life of being addicted to sex and porn.
Jesus. That's, man, that just goes back to what, like I said earlier, man, when you open up the door to spirits like that, because it's a spirit, right? It's a perverse spirit. It's truly, not to get too deep, but to get deep, spiritually deep, you open up the door to spirits. And when you open up the door to those unclean spirits, you don't know what's going to happen. You could say, oh, I'm going to just do this once time. That thing can get a hold of you and you never know. You never know. I wasn't thinking about, oh, I might be gay if I watch this porn, my porn. You know what I mean? But that feeling, it just came because at 8 years old, you're trying to figure yourself out.
Yeah, girl. Yeah.
You don't know where your thing go in a woman.
Yeah.
Most 8-year-olds don't. You know what I mean? You don't know how to make a woman feel good. A woman don't know how to make you feel good at 8 years old. But you trying to figure it out.
Hey, Dennis, when did you lose your virginity?
I was 14. But at 8 years old, I thought I had to use the bathroom every time. I was like, dang, I got to pee. I'm looking at porn and I'm hands on and I'm like, oh, I got to pee. I didn't know what was coming out of me. You know what I'm saying? Like your brain, the kid's brain is not even knowing what that is.
No,
I saw my first magazine probably when I was like 5 years old under my father's couch or wherever he hid it under his bed. I'm looking at it like, whoa, that's a woman. That look, and then he comes snatching out my hand. But I was 14 when I lost my virginity.
That's porn robbed me of my childhood, man.
12?
I was 12. Yeah, I was 12 too.
Yeah, y'all lost your virginity. I was
a late
bloomer. I was 16, bro, going on 17. And I'm gonna tell you another thing. Like, my first time, my girlfriend got pregnant. I didn't know what to do.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Wait.
One hit wonder.
Yeah.
The first time?
The first time, bro. Didn't know what the fuck I was doing. Bro, I was so embedded in sports.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know what I'm saying? I was hanging around everybody, but everybody was like, oh, he ain't no virgin. Shit. Yes, the fuck I was. Like, I was in there handling my business. Yeah. But at the same time with a woman, nah, because that wasn't what I was focusing on. My thing was sports. Yeah. And then when I got a hold of it, boy, I still talk to her today, bro.
Dang.
Like, we the best of friends, but I should probably have
now you got a 30-year-old.
Damn
there would be she would be 30, bro.
Yeah.
So
dang.
that I stayed away from it because all week. So I didn't get to see none of that. So back in the day, it was just Showtime or what is it? Showtime and Cinemax.
Yeah,
so
Late night.
You can only hear it. You can only you couldn't see it. So I wasn't able to see it. But when we got to college, there was somebody that was there that had a drawer full of porn. And it was Isaac. Man, we would be like, hey, Isaac, I'm taking this one. And I'm gonna take this one too, okay? And he'd be like, just bring it back. That's when I like start to see like more porn and stuff like that. But it wasn't like around, it wasn't accessible to me like that.
Yeah, it's crazy.
You would have thought I was a church boy.
I remember when I was younger, we had one of them black boxes. And when I was home alone, channel 99. Boy, I would go to channel 99. And
channel 99, the squiggly lines.
But we had one of the boxes, so it wasn't that. You could see it. It wasn't HD, but it was enough for me to see.
You know, kids don't watch TV no more, right?
They got cell phones.
They don't watch. I gotta say this quiet. I got some shit downstairs. I got everything. They don't even know it. It's just because when you have those Amazon Fire Sticks and you get it
jailbreak them. Yeah.
Bro, it's everything on it. I don't even go to it because I don't even want them to hear it. I don't want them to see it. And they ain't scroll that far. You know what I'm saying? These kids,
man, bro,
these kids ain't
you got to find a way. No, you have to find a way to password those or something, bro. Because a kid like me, I went looking for it, bro. Like, you know,
but Chris, your kids got cell phones, right?
You know what? And that brings me to a story. So my kid, when she was in the 4th grade, she, at schools, they don't use writing. They don't paper and pencil and writing and cursive and stuff. They don't do that. They're on the computer, right? So my baby goes up to the teacher for help. She comes back, porn is just spilling all on the computer. The kids that were around her pulled up all the porn and stuff. And she got back to the desk and was like, yo. So she coming home looking at me like with straight eyeballs, like, what the fuck did I see? I'm just like,
oh dang.
At 4th grade, though, you said 4th grade?
Yeah, I told them they were just wrestling, baby.
They was wrestling.
Wrestling.
Lord have mercy.
Oh, but the kids, they got kicked out of school. They got kicked out of school. But at 4th grade, man, my baby, she don't know nothing about that. She seen that and she was like, now she knows, and I tell her now she came from my nutsack, so she know everything.
Right.
She know everything. That's Nutsack Junior the Third.
That was that small?
Yeah, that's Nutsack Junior the Third.
So Cliff, go. I don't think you told us. You told us about your mindset during. Tell me about your mindset post. Now that
all right,
that addiction isn't there.
So just a few more things. You start to gain weight. So you start because the motion is exercising. So these endorphins create. You after a workout, you're hungry. So while you're having these endorphins, you and watching this porn or whatever, you releasing these endorphins and like it's giving you the same feeling of hunger. Basically, your metabolism starts to speed up, starts to slow a little bit, and you start to get hungry. So you start gaining weight. People don't notice that. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, oh, I'm gaining the weight. You're like, no. You've been, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. So basically, yeah. So that's why when people get married, they be like, oh, this is happy weight. Yeah, because y'all having sex so much. You know what I'm saying? And y'all loving each other, getting comfortable. Anyway, all right. But that was my mind. So my mental was pretty, jacked up. And post, I still have the effects, to be honest with you, bro. But sometimes I can't shake this. I beat the panic attacks and I beat the anxiety, but I can't shake this cognitive issue. I still get foggy brain. I still get, I lose track of thought like I'm doing now. You know what I'm saying? Like I get, into these thoughts that aren't supposed to be there. Like you start feeling, I think it's called like, what's the word? What's the feeling? The feeling is like it's not a panic attack, but you feel like you're dying, basically. You know what I'm saying? It's like you get into this mode of like, oh, I don't want to be here. These, what people don't know, and what's a new study has shown, like look it up. Pornography is linked to many cases of suicide. It's linked to many cases of anyway, it leads to cases of people not wanting to be here anymore. You know what I'm saying? Because it triggers and it messes up your brain waves. Like, bro, these mapping, I suggest people go get a brain map. Go see what's wrong with your brain. Let the doctors figure this out. Like,
because even as I was reading earlier, if y'all remember, I started the show, talked about how it messes with the right side of your brain. That's where your creativity is. That's
creativity
where
is at, bro.
Your feelings is that. That's where compassion is at. All those things are on your right side of your brain. So if you are reducing the size of that portion of your brain, you're losing feeling, you're losing attachment to real life things. So if you lose attachment to people, community, to love, to intimacy, to creativity, these type of things, these feelings, you don't have any feelings left. It's almost like you don't even want to be here anymore. So that actually makes sense.
Bro, and what I told you in the beginning, bro, about the 7 mountains and that creativity mountain, The thing that takes us out is sexual immorality, bro. And what I was doing to myself was sexually immoral. So it like, and look at these guys, bro. Like, look at these rappers, all these creative guys, all these singers. Like, they gotta have multiple women. They out here. Look at Diddy, bro.
Yeah.
One of the most creative guys in our world, bro. Look at Kanye.
Yeah.
Look at Kanye, bro. Like the mental is getting messed up because of all of this sexual immorality is what they're having it themselves. Like, they got their wives out here just naked for the world, bro. They out here having sex parties and all, with thousands of baby oil.
I don't like that, bro. Had her at the Grammys, bro, naked, like
naked, all the way naked.
Yeah, that was weird.
That was weird. Stupid.
That's weird.
That was stupid.
Booty butt naked,
bro,
on the red carpet when you dressed up.
Link it, bro. Like, link it. Like, seriously, take the time out and link these crazy dudes, bro, and look at their lifestyles, dog.
Yeah.
The most Kanye is a creative genius, bro.
Genius.
But they ain't got all the money in the world. They ain't got nothing else to do, bro.
But look how he's talking. His cognitive is jacked up, bro. People want to blame it on his mom. Oh, his mom. Yeah, my mom died too, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like,
something's wrong up here, bro.
Yeah, something, bro. And link it, bro. Like, seriously, link it. It's a spiritual.
Definitely some screws loose. Dude,
it's a spiritual attack, bro.
A Hitler, what is that? A Nazi shirt on
the
site.
Bro. Come on.
They took it down. But having your woman on the red carpet naked like that, man.
All the way naked. All the way. I mean, it wasn't just a sexy outfit. She was naked.
She wasn't even
naked.
Sexy.
We might have seen a nipple covered up or something like that.
She wasn't even sexy.
That was extensive. No, she's not sexy.
No, she's not.
No.
Bro.
Like, take a deep dive into what's happening in our music world, bro. So let's link it. Let's link it to the first days of man, bro. Like, the leader of music, the praise and worship director in heaven was Satan, bro. It was Lucifer. Like, that was his thing, was just to create music. Look at our music industry, bro. It's so sexually, like,
driven,
intense. It don't make no look. Now it's like first rap. I hate going to this like rabbit trail, but first rap used to be like cool. But now it's like it's open. Like, hey, bust this pussy open, blah blah blah.
Yeah,
or
right.
So you got your sexy reds and your lottos. You know what I'm saying? What happened to the MC Lights?
I was just telling somebody this yesterday, bro. I don't like women in rap anymore.
No,
I just don't. And I said the same thing you just said. There's no more Queen Latifahs and MC Lights. You know what I'm saying? There's Salt and Peppers and stuff like that. And back in the day, Salt and Pepper was the ones
they were pushing that line.
But they were still dressed and still sexy.
Yeah.
Right. But then like a Megan Thee Stallion, I think she's a beautiful chick. I don't want to hear her.
No,
I think she's one. I think she's one of bad. No. She might be all right, but
I like her rapping.
No, I don't like none of that because I didn't heard it all before. You pushing sexuality, which I don't want to see. And you saying something that Little Kim said 20, 30 years ago.
Right.
Like, she's a beautiful woman. Like, if I'm going to choose any of them, it's going to be her. But
this is girl named Lady London. She's the only one giving me hope right now with females in rap.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's really dope. And she don't dress like none of them. And she actually has a Pulitzer Prize for her lyrics, bro. She's dope. Anyway.
Okay.
So mental state of mind, bro. Like, now I'm okay. Do I get triggered? Heck yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? Do I have these urges of wanting to go back to like go to a strip club or do this? Heck yeah. You know what I'm saying? Do I have like it's accessible? If I see, something on the Instagram, do I look? Yeah. I'm not gonna all the way lie. I'm not gonna lie all the way. I'm not gonna lie.
We're not blind.
You see it, yeah, but like it's there. I'm not gonna go looking for it, but it says it does come across the For You page. So it's just like, that's why I take breaks.
What's 1 Corinthians 6:13?
Look it up.
That's
where's your Bible?
You don't know me. You don't. Busy. What that mean? Cliff, what that mean?
Let me read it. Let me go.
Yeah, read it.
Dennis, boy.
Get your Bible.
Man, that's another story for another day.
I'm reading from the ESV, the Lord's text. 1 Corinthians 6:13. It says, But brother goes to law against brother, and that for unbelievers to all have lawsuits at all
No, you in Second
with one
Corinthians.
another is already defeat for you.
You in Second
Why
Corinthians.
rather suffer wrong? Why not be defrauded? I don't know what
I ain't got nothing to do with sex.
You gotta read up some
I think you might be in the wrong. I think you might be in the wrong.
Lawsuits against believers.
You in
My
Second
brother,
Corinthians.
thou not.
I don't know where you're going with this, Marquita. You got to.
Cliff, can you hear me?
I don't even hear you guys anymore.
Oh wait,
Cliff. But y'all can hear me though, right? Dennis?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna read it because I don't know where he was. It's
Can y'all hear me?
We
hear you, but I think something wrong with your headphones because it's been clicking.
Let me take these headphones off. I can't hear.
All right, so it said, so I'm gonna start at 12 and then read it through to 14. All things are
juice.
All things, man, be quiet.
He can't hear y'all. He can't hear us.
All things are lawful for me, but all things are not helpful. All things are lawful for me, but I will not be brought under the power of any. Food for the stomach, and the stomach is for food. But God will destroy both it and them. Now the body is not for sexual immorality, but for the Lord, and the Lord for the body. And God both raised up the Lord and will also raise us up by his power. So even though things are lawful for you, is basically what she's saying, your sexual immorality is not good for your body. It's not illegal to watch porn. It's not illegal to have masturbation 3-4 times a day per week, whatever you do.
That's what the Bible say.
But it's not good for your body.
What?
That's what the Bible say.
I've stopped, man. I stopped.
I'm like, what the?
No, I stopped after verse 14. After it said
that's what the porn magazine says, Dennis.
Right.
Not bad.
Come on, Dennis.
He just said it was wrong.
Even Chris knew that one.
Cliff said it was wrong.
Hey, but look, all I know is it's not illegal to feel good. But you know what I'm saying?
It's not illegal.
But I never knew all this stuff that Cliff is going through. Like I didn't know porn could take somebody down a rabbit hole.
Yeah, man. It's almost scary, man. And I believe everything you saying, Cliff. Based on my research for tonight and this reading about it, I didn't even know some of this stuff and how serious it could be.
Well, I mean, like I said, it goes back to what's behind it, addiction. Like, it could be a vice for somebody else, gambling, for somebody else. You know what I mean? So so we learning that for some people that addiction might come upon them, and then it goes down that rabbit hole.
Yeah, I need to find out what's wrong with me.
But it's interesting now.
I mean, I could go down the list.
No, I'm dead serious. Like, I'm dead serious. You're talking about everybody got some form of addiction.
There's something.
To be honest, bro, like you're just like how I was, and I'm not saying you're probably that bad, but you're immune to it right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't see it as something wrong because you haven't transitioned really. Because I know your mom's a pastor or your dad's a pastor, something like that. I know they were in the church, but you really didn't follow that line to where you see it as like, oh, this is a wrong thing.
You talking about Dennis?
Talking about you?
No, not me.
No, my parents is far from being a.
No.
I'm far from being a PK.
I'm damn near on fire. Hey, look, but the thing is, I'm truthful about things. I believe.
Yeah.
It's like it's something like when I learned, even in college, bro, when I learned about the real history of Black people, I was sitting like glued, like, what the fuck? Like, what's going on? Mm-hmm. But then, like, when you're telling your story, it's like, bro, I ain't never heard this stuff. I ain't never heard, because I never thought about it that way.
Yeah.
I never thought that it's gonna hurt like your immune system. And I don't know, man. I mean, I'm probably gonna be hitting you up about more questions even as we go along further. Yeah. Not for me, but just to learn about you though, because I'm gonna keep on that path.
You tell me more about
that brother starving.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep on that path.
Hey, but it's also one of them. It's also one of them taboo subjects of masturbation and all that. Like, you'll hear more about the other addictions, much more louder and outer versus someone who's going through that part. They don't.
Yeah, Marquita.
That's not. something it's more private.
Yeah. Absolutely. I think
who
that
was Marquita?
Marquita.
Hey, did we get to Marquita's point? I had to walk out. What was
Wait, you
point?
said what'd you say? Oh,
it was a different scripture.
Yeah, you was reading the wrong thing. I think you was in 2 Corinthians, Cliff.
6 and 13?
First Corinthians. First, yeah.
You don't know your Bible.
I was.
I knew it.
Lawsuits against believers. What the heck?
You talking about fraudulent stuff? I'm like, what happened? Fraud and sex? What's going on?
Right. How does this relate?
To answer your question, Marquita, no.
What question?
I have not. So have everyone accepted Christ as their savior? I believe in a creator. I don't know what it is. I don't know if we live in a dome. I don't know if we live on a flat earth, round earth. I don't know. I don't know
if we live in a dome.
Yeah. I don't know what
we still working on Chris Marquita. We're still working on my brother.
Work in progress.
Yeah, that brother's starving.
But listen, though, I think it's real. It's real stuff that you shared today, Cliff, because I think all of us, even I see myself, I'm like, dang, I've had a porn addiction in the past. Like I didn't even realize it based on the stuff you were saying. Like I can identify myself in those moments, in those times of feeling like I just need to go find somewhere I can just do this.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not, or a sex addiction, just man.
Bro, have you ever smoked cigarettes?
I tried it one time and it was nasty.
It's like a cigarette, like like how you be working, and like you just get this feel like, man, I need to go take a smoke break.
I mean, I guess my only addiction is shoes, bro. I think that's
shoes.
Yeah,
Is what?
Shoes is my addiction.
That's the only thing. My addiction now.
Yeah, I got about 400 of them. So I got an addiction. Yeah, I got an addiction. It's just, it's not something that's hurting my health. It's hurting my pockets.
Yeah.
So I mean, there's things that I do I probably don't see. I'm gonna ask somebody like, what are my flaws?
There could be something there you just
that's
don't
close
know.
to me.
Yeah, there might be something there you don't know.
Like, could you imagine though, even in the shoe addiction, bro? Because I used to have big time shoe addiction, and I calmed it down.
Wait, Cliff. Wait. You got to be honest, Cliff. Cliff's shoe addiction was so bad he took a part-time job at, what was that, Foot Locker Champs?
Just to get the shoes.
I think I seen Cliff working at Champs.
Yeah, just to get the shoes part-time.
No, that's real talk. That's real talk.
Oh, bro, that's when the J's was like 120, bro. I'm like 210.
Yeah.
Anyway,
but the thing is, you always had them on though.
Yeah.
Same.
Oh, to answer Marquita. Other than I guess Chris, we all have accepted Christ. We're talking about our past. We're talking about struggles for men who are currently going through it. To hear from some of us who've overcome certain things. So it's not like we don't hear just all wilding out willy nilly.
And you know something that I learned, man. I learned that the Black church kept, religion alive in the United States. Like coming up from like slavery days all the way up until now, because there was a moment when whites they wasn't really messing with the church like that. We kept that alive.
They wasn't allowing us to mess with the church.
Yeah, they were trying to conquer and divide.
Well, they weren't allowing us to mess with Jesus.
Right. Yeah.
Well, that's another talk for another.
They created their own Jesus. He's got a skinny nose.
But I can say now, man, like
unseasoned Jesus.
What kind of that pickled nose? They not
unseasoned. No kind of seasoning Jesus.
They don't want
that Jesus was not allowed at the cookout.
Being on the other side, man, like
your microphone got a lot of static, Cliff. What's wrong with your mic?
Can you hear me now?
We hear you. It's just static.
It's sticky. That's what's
wrong.
Stop it. I think that might be Dennis.
No, that's Cliff.
Y'all staticking.
I'm plugged direct into it.
Yeah, that's
that
Cliff.
Might be BENZI. That might be the host.
It's Cliff. It's Cliff.
Let me refresh. Hold on, I'm gonna refresh.
Yeah, you refresh. He about to freak up. I'm about to let him back.
Bye.
Yeah, man.
Bye.
Man,
I did not know all that, bro.
Yeah, I mean that's heavy. That's some deep stuff right there. That
you gotta think like anything that's addiction related is a chemical imbalance.
Yeah,
chemical
There we go. That's better.
Sound better.
It's a chemical thing that happens that keeps a person drawn to whatever that vice is. That's why he's explaining it as a scientific chemically thing, because it's really what's drawing.
I wanted to, you're right, Dennis. I wanted to do the science first. Before I talk 100%. About how this is a spiritual battle, because the spiritual side of it, it's meant to take men out. Period. It's meant to take away men from out of their home, to destroy marriages, to destroy even friendships and relationships. Like porn would keep you secluded, just like how crack would keep you secluded. Like, how many times like I'll be at work and I want to run to the bathroom, or like, you get rejected and you want to go to another room and just like, you want to like, it's like you're keeping yourself away from people. Or even when you do the acts, you don't want to tell anybody. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to tell your friends, so it keeps you like this stuff just locked in and built up. You know what I'm saying? It's just like they say unforgiveness is a literal poison. Like if you're unforgiving, or if you have some unforgiveness in your heart, like it will literally destroy your insides.
Yeah.
Getting cancer, blah, blah, blah. Like it's scientifically proven, but also the Bible proves science. So it tells you like, hey, having unforgiveness in your heart would tear your heart apart. It would tell you like you would get physically sick. But the same thing is what porn does, and what the spiritual side does with porn, being that it is the hardest thing to break off of your life. Like porn goes back from years. I remember when I first met the spiritual world. It was like 2009, and I was at a camp, and like we were praying over these kids, man, and like this one kid just started flipping out. She's like throwing chairs. She's like screaming, like her voice just got deep. And to me, I don't know if y'all remember this dude named Britton. He's a big dude. He went to ASU. Like he does like bodyguard stuff now, like at strip clubs. Like Big B is what we call him. Big B is like 6'7", or 400 pounds. He put her on the ground, bro, and she literally threw this man like 4 feet across the floor. Like the strength of what demonic does. Yeah. And like the pastor was talking to the spirit. The spirit was like, hey, who are you? Basically, like, get out, come out now, trying to like exercise the spirit, basically. And like she's like, oh man, she's like, I'm the spirit from this. I can't remember what year, but like Fargo, like I was in her mother, I was in her grandmother, and I was in her great grandma before. And what we found out later is that her mom was selling her for sex, basically. Like, and then, but the same thing happened to the mom, and the same thing happened to the grandma, and the same thing happened to the great grandma. So this spirit is leading in all these women. Like it's now it's a bloodline of women selling their daughters for selling their daughters to have sex for things.
At first, I thought y'all was having an exorcist for a second.
It was basically like casting. We call it casting out demons, basically.
Yeah.
So, and that took like 2-hour process, man. It was long and it was drawn out, bro. That was the first time I was ever introduced to anything like that. I was scared out of my mind.
Yeah. So you saw a little girl. You saw a little girl throw a big nigga.
She was 12 years old, bro, and she threw. And that's why I actually did. Big B, because Big B is like he'll tell you the story. Dark skin? No, he's light. He's a big dude. His name is Brent Good.
Don't stop coughing in the microphone.
His name is Brent
Good. Oh wait, Brendan, you said?
Yeah, Brent Good.
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, ask him, bro. Ask him. She threw this man about a good 4 feet, bro. In front of my house, scared out of my mind, bro. So I'm just praying, like, God, like not to jump in me, because they spirits can jump. And
look for another host.
Yeah, look for another host, basically. So after all of that, man, like I was like, man, this stuff is real, bro. And I thought it was gonna get me because I'm at this camp and I'm still dealing with these issues. You know what I'm saying? Like I haven't fully like walked away from pornography at this time. It was like 2010.
But look, that's kind of crazy that y'all mentioned the church stuff and then like the demonic stuff. And I ain't never like, you know what? I ain't never like really like seen no demonic type shit. I'm not Look, y'all, I don't know about the church stuff, bro. Like, if you seeing demonic stuff in church, like, what would make you want to go back?
It's not. It's at. Well, it was at a church camp, but that's what the church is a hospital, bro.
Yeah, that's what you. So that's where they come to get freed.
Yeah.
Where people come to get freed, they don't know that they're. Some people don't even know that they're fighting a demon.
Yeah,
that they're dealing with.
I don't even want to see it. I don't want. Look, there's
you guarantee you've come across it.
Oh yeah, you come across.
Guarantee you didn't know. You didn't recognize it.
So here's a nasty thought, bro, for you, Chris. I know you're probably similar to me, like you have multiple partners. Every partner that you've been with, bro, you take 1/10 of their soul, and it's stuck on you. Like you harbor whatever it is you feel like. Have you ever noticed, like, if you had sex with a girl, and like, for me, here's the thing, like, I didn't like lasagna at all, bro, until I met somebody who liked lasagna, and that's all they cooked. So, like, I had sex with this girl, and I'm instantly like, I have this taste for lasagna that I've never really had. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's stuff like that starts attaching to you. Like, you start listening to music differently because of, you take what you've taken away from this partner. You start reading books differently, even TV shows. You know what I'm saying? Like soul ties.
There's definitely a soul attachment, a soul attachment.
I believe that. I believe that.
You know what I'm saying?
I believe
that. You take away something from every partner that you've been with. Now imagine, bro, you got these I've counted, and I've been with 142 women, bro, out my lifetime. So I imagine you having this petri dish of 142 bacteria in this petri dish, bro, and that's just what's circulating in your body, bro.
Yeah,
physically making you sick until you ask God to help you take this away, or help you deal with this, or help you heal this, bro, or help you like remove this from your body. Like the church is a literal hospital. The church actually built the hospital, bro. If you've ever seen, but every church has a cross on it.
No, I know.
Every hospital has a cross on it. Yeah. Every hospital is supposed to be built on. That's why they're named after Saint this and Mercy this and like Baptist this. Like, bro, like the church is a literal hospital where people come to get freed from any sin, not just sexual addiction, but from any sin, bro. Like just imagine, bro, like you got this bacteria that just eat these tapeworms of like 142 just in your body, bro, and like in your soul. Like imagine how light you would feel if you just say, you know what, I know I don't believe, but God help me with my unbelief. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just want to see what you can do. Yeah, take these soul ties away.
I don't want to see my petri dish. That's what I don't want to see. That's what I don't.
But here's the thing, though: you seeing it might actually bring out some type of healing for you that you don't know you need.
That's what
you know. What I'm saying your life. You know what I'm saying, because you don't
never
see it in the midst of it.
I've been chilling for about 10 years, chilling to where it's not like that whole phase in college was crazy.
It was crazy.
Yeah, he know.
It was crazy.
he know, but I mean, shoot, all of us know. But it's just like, just recently though, bro. Like, I don't want to attach myself with nothing with negativity. So it's just like I can feel negative now when I meet certain people. And I don't want that attachment.
Yeah.
So that's why I've been chilling as of late.
Yeah. It's some deep stuff, man. Spiritual warfare is a real thing, and it finds so many different ways to attack us, especially as men. As men, we're the leaders. So how can the devil or the enemy come and attack us in our lives, or attack our families? They attack the man, because everything else comes in submission. And so if I can attack Cliff and get him messed up on porn, now I got Cliff, I got his wife, I got his children, and none of them will be able to reach the potential that God has for them, because the head of them, who is Cliff, their father, is now subjected to this pornography addiction. Dennis is not married, but still he has family and stuff that looks up to him. If he's subjected to this alcoholism, if I can keep Dennis in bondage, he'll never reach the potential that he's supposed to reach and be able to, just pour into his nephews and his family, people that look at him like dad. And so a lot of us, man, even me personally, have dealt with some of these similar issues with, me. I had to have ecstasy to go out and have a good time. You know what I mean? Times where I was smoking weed, it was times I was addicted to sex, where all these things hinder you from reaching your full potential. So these are real struggles, real issues that we see it in the natural, but these are spiritual warfare.
Yeah.
And we got to do the work in the natural, but we also got to do the work in the spirit. So,
yeah, I don't be taking shit serious, bro. Like, look, I'm gonna tell you right now, bro. I don't be taking stuff serious. And the thing is, I don't pay attention to something that's going on enough to where it's like, oh, that's what's going on. Like literally, like at work, stuff be going on around my head, and I'll just be like, all right, I'm getting this money.
You're worried about yourself.
Yeah, people like, oh, you're not listening. I'm like, nope, that's what I got you for. So you can tell me what's going on because I don't care. I really don't care. But at the same time, it's like when I do hear stuff like this, like this type of addiction, it's just like, damn, that's making me think a little bit more. And I know I'm gonna see porn on my just everywhere. It's just gonna be everywhere. But let's just see if therapy or anything else pops up along with it.
Yeah, because we talked about a lot of
therapy
stuff.
ain't gonna pop up.
That's it. We talked about a lot of stuff.
Not during the time I'm watching.
I come on my TikToks and TikTok it will pop up, but on my Facebook, I don't never get nothing Christian popping up. And then I'll be sitting there, I could be listening to gospel throughout the day.
It don't sell. It don't sell on social media.
No.
That don't sell
TikTok
on social media.
It will. The algorithm for TikTok, I get.
You know what I'm tired of? I'm tired of the church people singing the music. Now that Dennis,
what you mean?
People do some
church people
like
singing to music.
You know how they see. Like
say it like that.
Oh,
if I say it like that, it'll pop up.
I hate it. Like I don't want you singing like you in a choir to some ham hocks and gravy. Like I don't like that stuff. I'm like, leave that stuff for Sunday, bro.
Yeah,
I don't want to hear that.
Like it's like they try to play around with it with other stuff.
Yeah, like that stuff. I don't like that stuff.
Bro. I got you.
I love that.
If it's yummy, it's yummy. You don't have to sing to it like that.
Yeah, I got you. That's preference. Yeah.
Then it's like I like that.
I know.
You talking about when they take secular songs and make it gospel? Is that what you mean?
No, just like if they pouring gravy on a biscuit, they singing church music to it.
Yeah.
Oh, they imitating the church sound.
Yeah, I don't like that.
I got greens, beans, tomatoes, potatoes.
I like that.
No, Marquita, you right.
So you right.
I do like that.
Marquita said, I really believe it's because you guys are men. You see all the crazy sexual stuff. 100%. 100%. Marquita, Fred even told me. I hope Fred don't be mad at Fred. Fred even told me he wasn't, when y'all went through y'all fast, he wasn't on social media and stuff like that. When he went back, the first thing they were showing him was half-naked women on his Instagram, and he had to like click on other stuff like barber stuff, the stuff that he actually look at to get the algorithm to not show him all that stuff. So the first thing they're gonna show you is one, naked women, two, what your friends are looking at. So
bro,
homies that's looking at naked stuff, or even just people that's on your friends list that's looking at naked women.
Snitching on the homie.
They gonna show you naked women. Oh yeah, he told you. Okay, good. So
snitching on the homie.
I figured he'd tell you.
I wake up every morning, bro, and do about 5 or 6 non-interested, bro, before I get my algorithm good.
You got to do it quick too. You can't look at it too long.
Yeah, you look at it too long. You
got to do quick. Yeah, that's the way.
I'm looking at it. I'm looking at it right now.
Porn.
It's on X right now. I'm just scrolling.
I ain't on X. I had to X that out my life. That's what happened.
Me too.
This is absolutely crazy.
Hey man, I didn't realize how long we've been on here. Almost 2 hours, man. Cliff, I'm gonna give you the closing thought. I want you to give some advice to some people who might be struggling with a porn addiction or struggling with porn, where they want to stop but they can't stop. Give your closing thought on that.
Just stop. Go get help. No, I'm just joking. That's the Michael Jordan video.
You're like, what? Like, that's it. All right, y'all see y'all next week.
Just stop it. No, man. I know personally that it's not that easy to stop a porn addiction, but I do know it's possible. You just have to be real with yourself. You have to be honest with yourself. You have to be honest with the people around you. that you want the help. Because if you don't want the help, you're just going to stay stuck. You're not going to elevate to the person who you're supposed to be. You're not going to elevate to the person who God called you to be. You're not going to be your fullest potential if you have an addiction. And that's any addiction. That's food addiction, weed addiction, gambling addiction, whatever. But specifically pornography, like, it can ruin your life. It's ruined marriages. It's ruined my marriage. It's ruined my relationship that I have with women. Like, I have a healthy relationship now, but back then I wasn't healthy with relationships and women. Go get some therapy. Be real with your therapist, because they can't help you if you're not honest. And without sounding like extra spiritual, man, seek the Lord, pray. Ask God for some guidance. Ask God to help. Like, I know it's hard to believe in God. It's hard to it is hard. And it took me a while to get there. And I just kept asking God to help me with my unbelief. And that was it. You know what I'm saying? I was like, I know something's there. I just need help knowing that it's you. It's physically who I'm praying to. Yeah. And he showed me those things through the healing that I had. He showed me those things through the friendships that I made. He showed me those things through my wife. But I hate what it does to men. I really do. I hate pornography so much, man. I hate what it does to relationships. I hate what it does to the people I've seen. I've had friends now that I haven't shook it yet, and they're going through divorces, and I hate it, but there is a light at the end of the tunnel if you want it. There is a light at the end of the tunnel if you want to just turn it around, man. So I encourage you to turn it around. I'm living proof that it can happen. Complete 180. And it's not going to stop. I just want to keep it real. It's not going to stop. You have to choose every day not to be a part of that lifestyle.
Dang.
Just like you have to choose every day to breathe and go to work and do like that. You have to wake up and say, I am not looking at porn today.
Hey, I love what you're saying. You know why I love it?
Yeah.
Dennis almost said the exact same thing about alcohol. What, 3 weeks ago, Dennis?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
He said the same thing. You got to wake up and choose not to do that. You are not going to let alcohol be your God. You're not going to let porn be your God.
Yeah. I would even say you have to take it use the same mantra in anything with addiction, one day at a time. Today, I'm not going to look at porn. I can't promise tomorrow, so I'm not going to focus on that right now.
It's here's today. Your out. Here's your out. And I don't like giving people outs, but here's what my therapist helped me with. If you have a streak, what porn does, it will keep you down. It will keep you in condemnation. It will keep you in guilt, and it'll keep you shame, and it will keep you secluded. If you are on a good streak and if you fall, just keep going. Don't beat yourself up, because when you beat yourself up, you're gonna go back to it and stay in it.
Yeah.
So what you're gonna do is you be like, oh man, I looked at porn today. All right, let's start this streak over again. You know what I'm saying? Like, get back on a good streak, and give yourself a celebration because you made it 3 days.
Right.
And then now shoot for 5, and then shoot for 7, and then shoot for 8. Like, it takes a day at a time, but you can do this. Like, give yourself a celebration if you fall. Like, oh man, I made it a week. I'm hyped to do the next week, or I'm hyped to do a month now. Like, keep that going. Keep that mindset going. Because if you don't, you're like, oh man, I looked at porn. I don't know what to do with myself. You're gonna go right back to it, and you're gonna spiral right out of it. So,
I'm glad you got that monkey off your back, brother. Yeah. Dennis, I'm glad whatever you was facing, you got that off you as well. But I'm still gonna do it. Just like, man.
No, watch. Okay, so Chris, watch this.
That brother's starving.
I'll say this because Jesus even said, when the disciples said, yo, we trying to get this demon out of this person, we can't. He said something just come through prayer and fasting. So I challenge you, Chris, the next time you want to do it, just have a conversation with who you don't believe in. Say, well, look, if you real, let me have a conversation with you and see if he don't kick that out just for the moment.
I'm gonna get that demon out.
Maybe he need to prove it to you.
I'm gonna get that demon out tonight, bro.
He said, "Try me and see." Well, and I'm not real.
I'm trying. Look. I
dare you.
Everybody does have an addiction. I'm messing around. I'm messing around.
Yeah. We know.
Not really. I am gonna watch.
No, you're going to watch.
But
say 5 times. Jesus.
No, go ahead, Chris. Yeah, let him talk.
Look,
I'm just messing with you. Yeah.
Everybody does have something real going on with them.
Right.
I don't know. Like everybody has a past. Everybody has, something that they're going through. And you know what? Out of all the years I've known Cliff, our relationship has been like up and down, but at the same time, it's like I never knew all the things that you were dealing with.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You're like it's not just, I mean, I don't know if anybody else knows, it's just not porn. You know what I'm saying? So we know that you're going through something else. So it's just like I've never seen and looked at you the way BENZI does, because you talk to BENZI a little bit more.
Yeah.
So it's just like, like tonight it kind of like sheds a light on you, and you know what I'm saying? And it's like we're trying to build this friendship. So this is like another step into like me understanding you.
Yeah,
absolutely. That's dope.
So
that's dope.
So I really appreciate you coming on here, telling your story, being truthful. And I'm gonna take some of that off your back, brother. Want some of that porn myself.
Brazos is free.
Enjoy your bang bros, bro.
You're the only one with a subscription to a free site.
On that note, I'm finna go lay it down. I gotta wake up and go hit the gym in the morning. But thank y'all so much, everyone that tuned in. If you just tuning in, thank y'all. Share it. Even if y'all just tuned in, share it. Like it, and go back and watch the replay, man. There's some good stuff in here, and it can apply to women too, because women have porn addictions just like men. And
yes, and we didn't even touch on that.
We didn't touch on that, but
we go there.
We can go there another time. But yeah, man. Thank y'all so much for joining us. We love y'all. God bless y'all. Peace.
Deuces.
And
see ya.
Deuces.
I'm trying to end the stream.